Started to record, so now what?
What's up? It's Lenny.
That it has to be the intro now, and I hate you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I kind of like how the thickness, like under the chin or whatever it is, but it just makes it more in the art style, I guess. I also really like the little shading that they put here, but what I do have to say is sometimes you would go a little bit off with the thickness, like how the eye just kind of sticks out and it looks super thin when you have like these super thick lines. I don't know, I'm a very active person.
I'm not. I'll sit down and cry again.
You're being relatable again.
No! Crying is not relatable! Well, maybe it is, but like, it's not in that way. Thumbs up if you cry.
Oh, boo-hoo, I cry.
I really like the line work. It's quite smooth and clear, and I really like the soft shading and cell shading that you've added. This part of the raindrop seems a bit jagged and not as smooth as an actual raindrop would be. The smaller one looks fine, but this one I'd say just smooth it out and then it'll look fine.
It's jiggly water. Hence that?
I can't criticize these.
It looks like one of those like kids drawings, but like with more effort, and I really like it because I really like how it's one of those like it doesn't need to be super like perfect or something for it to be super good. The line is like supposed to be messy in some way, but like in a really interesting way. The fact that you tried to fill in some of the background with just scribbles, I think that's what makes it a little bit more confusing to see sometimes. But other than that, you know, I like it. I like this kind of art style. It's nice.
I gotta say, I really like the style of this. The Franbo, she looks quite nice and cute. Mr. Midnight's paws kind of look a bit strange. Like, I feel like you need to get some references on cat walking pause positions because it just looks a bit.
How to cat?
What?
To cat?
No! The It Would looks quite interesting. I do like how you've drawn his clothes. It's just that his neck looks a bit strange how it's angled.
On fans.
Shut up! But I do like the perspective of the shoes. You got that pretty correct. So, yeah.
The line art, it's very nice, but I think you actually you kind of messed up a little bit, whereas some of the color just kind of got out of the lines. That's pretty normal, especially in traditional art. But you know, I just strongly recommend that you take your time on it and don't like, you know, rush it because it looks a little bit rushed. But I don't want to like insult you over that. It's totally fine. I just like this a lot. In fact, I still kind of do this sometimes, which is kind of why I got into digital art.
Oh, I do like the no color except for the red of the blood. It really, you know, pops out that we're just supposed to be looking at the blood and like the importance of it and how critical it is to the photo. With this hand, it does look a bit strange, especially one part is a bit longer than the other. It should be quite equal on both sides, so I just say use some anatomy pointers.
The arm, I like it. I like how they try to like make it look chopped off, like they did a little like circle thing to make it look like it's like round. But what I do have to say, why is it just hanging there? Like, why is it just floating there? That's my problem.
Alright, so in this one, I really like all the detail, especially with the cut pieces, such as like in the brain and like the hands and the stitches. They do really bring out the gore in the inktober thingy. Yeah, the character is actually quite well drawn. I guess the only thing I would advise is that the grave cross is a bit scruffy. I'd rather have it a bit more, maybe use a ruler to make it nice and straight. Unless you're going for like this scruffy cross, then that's alright.
There's nothing for me to say. I really like it. But the next one, on the other hand, I instantly cannot forgive it for how the shirt just says bruh. Sorry.
I didn't even see that! Oh my god!
I mean, I kind of like the art style, to be honest. I like the expression. I mean, I don't know how to draw expressions, and I suck at that.
What?
But
Last time I said your expressions were amazing.
oh, you have no evidence that I'm good with expressions.
I do. It's all in my head.
Oh, but you don't have the images.
Well, I don't. Can just continue, please.
The shoes, like the legs. I like the legs. As a person who only wears hoodies, especially on hot day, I think these would be a little bit more baggy, I think.
In my opinion, I find the little skeleton quite cute. But also, I think the legs, to torso ratio is a bit off. The legs do need to be a little bit longer, or they kind of look small to me, so I just say lengthen the legs. The design is actually pretty cute. I do like what they're wearing, a little jumper and skirt. I think it's just some of the outline kind of go through each other, especially like if on the hand and arm. So maybe just fix up your line art and it'll look great. Also, I don't know why there's so much space at the bottom. You could have like cropped it, but you know, everyone makes that mistake, I guess.
I really love the colors, especially someone who is a big sucker for colors, like neon stuff like this. I like the little outline for the horns where it's like a very neon green. The colors can look a little bit off together. I'm thinking of like maybe a sort of palette than just something like this. The shading, it's kind of everywhere, to be honest. I suggest you put like one of those little sketches where you put like a sun. You know, I just suggest a little bit more of a nice, smoother, little calm palette.
Okay, well this time it does look quite nice. The line art is still quite nice, except for like some thickness things on the fingers and a part of the earmuff. Like the thickness is quite all over the place, and I'd suggest using a better pen that doesn't completely fuck up the pressure when you use the pens. I'd say you have improved with like the clothing, because there's only I like the little bits on the scarf because they do make sense.
Yeah, you know what? I really like the head shape. My only problem a little bit is the headphones, is how funky they look a little bit. I'm searching it up.
Searching what up?
It reminds me of someone.
Oh no.
There she is.
Hang on.
Just...
Oh, it's Himiko! Yes! Oh.
Yeah, I miss her.
Same.
Yeah.
It's lovely and I love it, and thank you for the fan art. Please, guys, give me more fan art. I'm just kidding. I don't deserve it. Okay, maybe I do. It's really cute. I do love my pose, except that the witch hat does look a little bit big. So I just like small it down. And again, just the line art obviously looks a bit scruffy, but you know, you did it on pencil. I scruff things too, but yeah, I just say maybe just rub out the really scruffy parts, or just like
it's cute.
Yeah, it's very cute and I love it. Thank you. Uncle Sam, I'm trying to sneak myself into Japan, but I'm tummy thick and the clap of my ass juice is alerting the nations.
Mike Edwards, new. Not an appropriate description. You should know that this is not appropriate for school assignments tomorrow. I'm gonna tell the principal about this. Like, yes, sir, it seems that the child has said some things.
He said, tummy thick, clap of my ass cheeks. What does
In
this
Japan.
mean? Japan!
He's ordering the jacket potato and crying when it arrived because he thought it was a potato wearing a jacket. Was the highlight of my night. Like,
that is you. I remember that was you when you made the
that's
photo.
so weird because like a year ago I actually edited a potato with a jacket on.
That's what I was on. This is us.
I'm a kid and I think you're a fish and you're freaking stupid.
I didn't expect that voice. That was great. Oh my god. Kid backwards Sam.
No. Oh my god. Sans. He got recreated. Do you not understand?
Ooh.
I'm bullying you.
Me?
You. Yes, you.
No, you're not. Oh?
You're stink.
I'm stink.
Yes.
I'm stink.
Yes.
Me in particular, I'm stink.
Yes.
Alright, fair enough.
Change the world. My final message. Goodbye.
I hate. Oh! Dies. Okay then, bitch.